So on your handout, you see there's 4 types of correlation. There's 4 types. This first type, is this line going up or going down? That's why it's positive, okay? Are the dots kind of close to the line or really spread out? Kind of close. So it's called strong when they're close to the line. Okay, so this is on your paper so you can look at it. This one, the line is still going up, so it's positive. But you see how the dots are more spread out? So that makes it weak. So kind of think about this line being a magnet. If you have a strong magnet, then it picks things up. All right, it picks things up. It draws it close to it. But if you have a weak magnet, it doesn't pull things to it very well. So this one's weak. All right, this one, the line is going down. That's why it's negative. Okay, it's going down. Are all the dots on the line? So that's why it's strong. It's pulled it close. Okay, and this last one, guys, eyes up here, please. This one, the line is going how? Down, so that's negative. See how the dots are spread out? So that's weak. Okay? All right, so those are our 4 different types. So let's look at number 1. The scatter plot below shows the number of division errors students made on a test and the amount of time they took to take a test. And you've got 4 different answers. In the answer choices, how about underlining strong positive? Underline that in your answer choice. Strong positive, strong negative, weak positive, and weak negative. Because those are pretty long answer choices. So we're going to underline the 4 words so that you can kind of see what it's asking for. All right, what I want you to do next is draw a line, a straight line, that kind of goes through the middle of your dots. So draw that on number 1, a line that goes through the middle of your dots. All right, guys, is your line going down or going up? It's going down. That makes it negative. So you could mark out A and C because you know it has to be negative because it's going down. All right, are the dots kind of close or far away? What do we think? Close. So that makes it strong negative. So that's B, strong negative. Good. Good. It'll be a review then. All right, number 2, examine the scatter plots below. All right, Monica, what do you think is the answer to this? Which plot, so which one of these, shows the weakest correlation? Which one do you think, Monica? Which one shows the weakest correlation? B, very good. Anybody, why is B the weakest? They're everywhere, good, very good. The dots are all over the place. All right, B says, which ones have negative? Andrew, which one has a negative correlation? Do any of them? All right, B you could kind of say is going down if you wanted. You could also argue that none of them do. All right, so you could put B, or I would also accept none on that one because that one's kind of tricky. All right, C says which one has the strongest? Daniel, which one has the strongest correlation? C. Daniel, why is it the strongest? The dots are the closest to the line. Good. All right, number 3. All right, Chuck, read the first part of it. Good. All right, so Andrea, if I drew a line through these dots, everybody do that on your own paper. Andrea, is that line going up or going down? It's going up. Let's see. Haley, what answer choice could I mark out since we know our line's going up? Good. B says negative, so we can mark that out. Dylan, what do you think? Strong positive or weak positive? Okay, this one's a tricky one. They'll be pretty clear cut on the test. I would go with weak as well, but this one it's kind of hard to tell. But do you see these dots right here? All right, that's a little weaker. They're kind of spread out, but on the test it'll be more obvious than that. But let's go with weak. Okay. Does anyone think it's strong? Okay. All right. Number 4. Okay. The R value is the correlation. I just misspelled that, so fill this in. The correlation coefficient. All right, I don't know why it's called the R value when both those words start with C. I don't know why, it just is. So the R value is the correlation, and that's, I know it's sloppy up there, but it's coefficient. C-O-E-F-F-I-C-I-E-N-T. All right, correlation coefficient. Okay, so you've got to tell the calculator to give you the R value. So let's go ahead and write down what the buttons you have to press. You have to press second, 0. Okay, so you have to press second button and the 0. Write it down for right now. We'll do it on the calculator in a minute. Just write it down for right now. Second, 0. Then you've got to go to diagnostic on. And then you have to press enter, enter. You gotta press it twice. All right, so just write that down for right now. Okay, now let's do it on our calculator. So again, I need everybody to do it with me. Everybody do it with me. I don't want to have to go around and show 20 people how to do it. Okay, so you hit second and the 0 button. Nope, you hit the second, 0. Does your screen look like mine? Okay, good. Then you scroll down, so you use this arrow key. You scroll down until you get to this, and it's in ABC order. So diagnostic. Yep, it's going to be in the D's. And you want the one that says on. All right. Diagnostic on. Anybody need help? Okay, and then you press enter, enter. Okay, y'all got it? Okay. We're going to use the calculator again in a minute, but we got to do one more thing before we use the calculator. Now let's fill in our table. Okay, for the R value, the most it can be is $1. That's the most the R value will ever be. What's the biggest it can be? $1. Okay. If it is $1, so let's do this one first. R equals 1. So that's $1. That's the biggest it can be. That makes it strong. And is 1 positive or negative? Positive. So it's strong positive. This will make sense in a minute. For right now, just fill in the table. So strong positive. The most it can be, so this is the second line. I skipped one. Strong positive. The most it can be is $1. Okay. The lowest it can be is negative $1. That's the lowest it can be. So negative $1 is also strong. And is it positive or negative? That one's negative. Okay. So strong negative. So $1 is the biggest it can be. All right, 0 means there's no correlation at all. 0 means there's no correlation. Okay, this next one, let's ignore the negative for a minute. 0.9. 0.9. How many cents is that? How many cents is 0.9? 90 cents. It's 90 cents. If you have 90 cents, do you have close to $1? Yep. So that makes it strong. If it's close to $1, it makes it strong. And then if it has a negative sign, it's automatically negative. Automatically negative. All right, how much money do you have if it's 0.05? How much money is that? 5 cents. Is that close to having $1? No, this one is weak. And is this right here, is this a positive number or a negative number? All right, 0.8. How much money is 0.8? 80 cents. If you have 80 cents, is that close to having $1? Yes. Okay, anything more than 50 cents, it's close to $1. So 80 cents is strong because it's close to having $1. And is this a positive or negative? Positive. Okay. All right, the last one, 0.1. How much money is that? How much money is it? 10 cents. Is that close to having $1? No. Okay. Number 4, what type of correlation is shown in the table? Circle, circle, everybody circle the word correlation. Circle the word correlation in number 4. When you see correlation, it means the R value. So write that on your paper. There's not a lot of writing today, but write that down. Correlation is the R value. That's what it's looking for. The R value when it says correlation. So write that on your paper. R value is what it's looking for when asked for the correlation. All right, to get the R value, we put it in our calculator just like we did yesterday. Okay, so Jacob King, what button do I press to put those in my calculator? Stat. All right, everybody should be doing it. You forgot 172 right there. Okay, so you press stat again just like we did yesterday. Go over to calc, down to number 4. And now you have the R. Do you see that? Now you have the R because that's when we did that diagnostic own thing. That's what made the calculator pop up the R. So R is, let's go 3 decimal places. So R equals point what? Thank you, Ethan. R equals 0.493. All right, if I have 49 cents, is that closer to having $1 or closer to having none? None. It's less than 50 cents. If it's less than 50 cents, that makes it weak. It's going to be weak. And is it positive or negative number? Positive. So that is B. All right, number 5. Which of the following is the correlation coefficient for the linear model? Chad, what do I circle? Good. Correlation coefficient. Ethan H., what does that mean it's looking for? Very good. It's looking for the R value. All right, Gracie, what do I have to do to get the R value? I have to put them in stat. All right, everybody do that now. Jacob King, what did you get? C, positive 1. Did y'all get that? Did y'all get positive or negative? Positive 1. All right, good. Good job, Jacob King. Anybody have a question on that one? Okay. Uh-huh.
When it says R squared and just R, is it ever going to be different?
Sometimes there'll be different numbers, but you always want the R, not the R squared. Just ignore the R squared. Okay. All right, number 6. Let me have Tamara read it for us. Good. Zaria, when it asks for the correlation, and I have a table like that, what is it wanting? What letter?
R.
All right, so this one also needs the R value. Got to have the R value to know what kind of correlation it's going to be. All right, so thank you to everybody who's putting those in stat. Don't say the answer out loud. All right, Haley, what did you get for the R value? All right, 0.95. Okay, so write that on your paper, please, 0.95. Ethan H., 0.95, how many cents is that?
Pretty close to $1.
Yep, pretty close to $1. Does that make it strong or weak? Strong. So I can mark out the ones that have weak in them. And Chad, is it positive or negative? Positive. So that makes the answer what, guys? A. Good job. Uh-huh. All right, number 7 up here. Andrea, read it for us. Good. Bishop, when you have these correlations in the answer, what's it looking for? What do we have to look for in the calculator when it says correlation? The R value. Good. Dylan, what did you get for the R value for number 7? 0.90? Okay. So the R value is 0.90. Tamara, tell me about 0.90. What kind of correlation is that? Strong positive or strong negative? Anybody get that before I did? Good. All right. All right, number 8. Everybody put your pencils down. Put your pencils down. Put your pencils down. This one says, which table best fits a linear model? And you have 4 different tables. The one that best fits a linear model is going to be the one that is either $1 or negative $1, because that's the biggest it can be. So the best one, put your calculators down, pencils down. The best one is either going to be r equals 1 or r equals negative 1. Write that down, and there won't be two answer choices that work. Write that down. The one that's best is r equals 1 or r equals negative 1. All right, so go ahead and start. You're going to do each one separately and write down the r value on your paper. Write down the r value for each one. Where's the r value for these? So you didn't follow directions. All right, I know some of y'all might not be done. That's okay. Gracie, what did you get for A? What did you get for the R value? All right, 0.97. Jacob King, what did you get for B? Ethan H, what did you get for C? And Dylan, what did you get for D? Okay. Monica, what would that make the answer? D. Okay. Okay, the next one, number 9, says which table is not a linear function? Which one is not a linear function? What should it be if it's not a linear function? What should the R value not be? Well, it might be 0, close to 0, but it can't be what? 1. All right, so it cannot be 1 or negative 1 because it's saying, yes, it's not a linear function. Put your calculators down. Some of y'all haven't written what I've written on the board on your paper. Cannot be 1 or negative 1 because it says it's not a linear function. So it cannot be 1 or negative 1. All right, you can use your calculators after you've written that down. Not to be the answer. All right, Dylan, what are you getting for this first one? He's got it. So it's saying which one is not, this one is. Okay, Andrew, what did you get for table 2? All right, we'll do it right now. Zero. Anybody get 3? Can you tell me what you got? Anybody do that one? Thank you. What about 4? Thank you. So the one that's not 1 is table 2. Okay? All right, last 2 problems. A line of best fit is drawn in the table below. What is the best approximation for the correlation coefficient? So circle that. Correlation coefficient. What does it mean by correlation coefficient? R value. Good. So let's look at this. I can automatically narrow down the answer choices. What is this line doing? It's negative. Very good. So which 2 answers can I mark out? Good job, guys. All right. A says I have 90 cents, and B says I have 10 cents. So A says I got 90 cents, B says I have 10 cents. Is this strong or weak? All right, so would I rather have 90 cents or 10 cents? 90 cents. Question? Yeah. No. All right, number 11, which correlation coefficient best fits the graph below? Jacob King, what should I circle? Okay. Andrea, what does it mean by correlation coefficient? What does it mean by that? Yep, go back and look. The R value. Okay. When I draw a line through here, when I draw a line through the middle of these dots, it's kind of hard to do because the dots are everywhere. Is my line kind of going up or kind of going down? Up. Okay. So I can mark out the negative ones. All right. I can mark out A and C. Tamara, is that strong or weak? Weak. And so Monica, should it be 5 cents or 75 cents? Which one's weaker? Having 5 cents or 75 cents? Having 5 cents is the weaker one. All right, time for